Sir, I can't find my mother. Please help me.
I've got you. I'll help you find her.
The rain fell in sheets across the colony street, turning the pavement into a mirror of neon lights and shadows. Jaden pulled his leather jacket tighter as he hurried through the downpour, his mind focused on getting home after another long shift at the spaceport. The human colonies on Terminus 7 were supposed to be the gateway to a better life, but tonight, like most nights, it just felt cold and lonely. He was halfway down the alley shortcut when he heard it, a small voice, trembling and afraid, cutting through the sound of rain. "Please, I can't find my mother." Jaden stopped, his boots splashing in a puddle. He turned, squinting through the rain, and that's when he saw her. A small figure huddled against the wall, no more than 7 or 8 years old by human standards. But she wasn't human. Her skin was a soft lavender color, almost luminescent in the dim light. Long, silvery hair plastered to her face and shoulders. In her arms, she clutched a worn teddy bear, its fur matted and soaked. What struck him most was the cream-colored cloth tied around her eyes. She was blind. "Hey," Jaden said softly, approaching slowly. "Are you okay?" The girl's head turned toward his voice, her small hand gripping a white cane that seemed too tall for her. "I can't find my mother," she repeated, her voice breaking. "We were together at the market, and then there were so many sounds, so many people, and I got confused. I called for her, but she didn't answer. I've been walking, but I don't know where I am anymore." Jaden's heart clenched. He knelt down, bringing himself to her level. The rain continued to pour, but he didn't care. "What's your name?" "Lyra," she whispered. "My name is Lyra. I'm Jaden." "Lyra, I'm going to help you find your mother, okay? Can you tell me anything about where you got separated?" Lyra's lower lip trembled. "The market, near the fountain. I heard the water, and there was a baker who always gives me bread. He smells like cinnamon, but I walked the wrong way. Everything sounds different now. I'm scared." Jaden looked around. They were at least a kilometer from the central market, in one of the darker, less maintained sectors of the colony. How long had this child been wandering alone? "Lyra, I need to get you out of this rain first. There's a shelter just around the corner. We can—" "No!" Lyra's voice rose in panic. "Mother told me to stay where I am if I get lost. She said she'd find me if I stay still. But I got scared and I walked, and now she'll never find me." Tears mixed with rainwater on her cheeks. Jaden felt a lump form in his throat. He thought of his own sister, how she used to get lost in crowds when they were kids. Okay. Listen to me, Lyra. Your mother is probably searching for you right now, but we need to get you somewhere safe where she can find you. I promise I won't take you far. We'll go to the shelter, and I'll make sure everyone knows we're looking for her. Does that sound okay?" Lyra hesitated, then nodded slowly. "Will you stay with me?" "Every second," Jaden promised. He stood and gently guided her hand to his arm. "Hold on to me. I'll walk slow, and I'll tell you everything we're passing, so you're not afraid." As they walked, Jaden kept his word. "We're passing a clothes shop now. There's a sign that says Stellar Electronics. The rain is making it creak. Now we're crossing a street. It's empty, no vehicles. There's a street light above us, making a humming sound." Lyra's grip on his arm relaxed slightly. "You're nice," she said quietly. "Most humans don't talk to Valerians much. They think we're strange." "Anyone who thinks you're strange is an idiot," Jaden said firmly. "You're just a kid who needs help. That's all that matters." They reached the community shelter, a small building with warm lights glowing through its windows. Inside, an elderly woman looked up from behind a desk, her eyes widening at the sight of the soaked pair. "Goodness, what happened?" "She's lost," Jaden explained quickly, "separated from her mother at the central market. Her name is Lyra. We need to contact colony security and put out a search. The woman, her name Tag read Margaret, immediately sprang into action. She brought towels and warm blankets, wrapping Lyra carefully. Jaden contacted the colony security force, giving them all the details. Then he did something that surprised even himself. He posted on every local communication network he could access, describing Lyra and asking if anyone had seen a Valerian woman searching for her daughter. Lyra sat in a chair, still clutching her teddy bear, her face pointed in Jaden's direction. "Are you still here?" she asked. "Right here," Jaden said, pulling up a chair beside her. "Not going anywhere." "Tell me what you look like," Lyra said. "I want to imagine you." Jaden smiled. "Well, I've got dark hair, kind of messy. Brown eyes. I'm told I look tired most of the time, which is probably true. I'm wearing a black leather jacket that's seen better days. And I'm not very tall. Average, I guess." "You sound tall," Lyra said. "Your voice comes from up high." "I'm sitting down now, so we're about the same height." Lyra smiled for the first time, a small, fragile thing. "My mother says humans are kind when you give them a chance. She says the universe needs more kindness. Your mother sounds wise." They waited. Minutes stretched into an hour. Jaden bought hot chocolate from the shelter's small kitchen, guiding Lyra's hands to the warm cup. He told her stories to pass the time, about Earth, the planet he'd left behind years ago, about the stars he'd seen during his work at the spaceport, about anything that might distract her from her fear. Then, suddenly, the shelter door burst open. Lyra, a Valerian woman, rushed in, her violet skin glistening with rain, her eyes, a deep purple, unlike her daughter's covered ones, wild with panic and relief. She wore the traditional robes of the Valerian people, now soaked and clinging to her frame. "Mother!" Lyra jumped from her chair, her cane clattering to the floor. The reunion was instant and overwhelming. Lyra's mother swept her into her arms, sobbing openly, speaking rapidly in both Valerian and Common. "I searched everywhere. I called security. I thought. I'm okay, Mother," Lyra said. "A human helped me. Jaden. He stayed with me." Lyra's mother looked up, her eyes meeting Jaden's. They were filled with tears, but also with something deeper, profound gratitude. She stood, still holding Lyra, and approached him. "I am Kira," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "You saved my daughter. In our culture, this creates a bond that can never be broken. You are forever part of our family now." Jaden felt his own eyes sting. "I just did what anyone should do." "But you did it when others walked past," Kira said. "Lyra told me she called for help for a long time. You were the one who stopped." She reached out and took Jaden's hand in both of hers, pressing it to her forehead in what he recognized as a Valerian gesture of deepest respect and gratitude. Lyra reached out too, finding Jaden's other hand. "Thank you," she said. "You were my friend when I was scared." Jaden squeezed her small hand gently. "Anytime you need a friend, Lyra, you know where to find me." As they prepared to leave, Kira insisted on giving Jaden their address, making him promise to visit. Lyra hugged him tightly before they departed, whispering, "I still can't see you, but I'll always remember your voice." Jaden stood in the doorway of the shelter, watching them disappear into the rain, together again. The storm was still falling, but somehow the night felt warmer than before. Margaret appeared beside him. "You did a good thing tonight." Jaden nodded, a small smile on his face. "Yeah," he said quietly. "I guess I did." As he stepped back into the rain, heading toward home, Jaden realized something had changed. The colony didn't feel quite so cold anymore. The streets didn't seem quite so lonely. Sometimes, he thought, all it takes is one small act of kindness to remind you why humanity ventured to the stars in the first place. To be better, to do better, to help those who need it most. And somewhere in the rainy night, a blind alien girl held her mother's hand, safe at last, because one human chose to stop and care.